Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we completed the ritual of registration. Somehow I've been playing this game without having done it for, I don't know, over a year. Ah well, we'll go with it. Anyway, it's time to move on to the next scenario. Another one made by Nemesis here, and I actually had to... I have a whole bunch of parties saved up so I can do these at the right level. Turns out, I didn't have a level 40 party for this one that's coming up. Ugh, took like half an hour to get it prepped up. Anyway, I've got it built up. It's time to move on to... In the Shadow of Dragons. Oh my, a dragon! Years ago, the Empire spent lives and resources scouring the land and eradicating it of all magic creatures. Among these creatures were the dragons. After several years of hard work, the Empire believed the dragons to be extinct, save for a few banished forever to Avernum. This belief was accepted, and the people believed that none had survived. More recently, however, in one of the most remote regions of the Empire's reach, the little town of Pulun has reported farmlands being razed to the ground by the flame of dragon breath. In clear distress, the town officials sent messengers to the Empire to report their situation and request military assistance. The Empire, skeptical of the return of dragons and utterly unconcerned for remote regions, instead decided to send adventurers to help them. Specifically, you. As they described the situation to you, you couldn't help but roll your eyes at the prospect of another doubtful threat in a remote region. It seemed they still didn't have faith in your abilities. However, being that it was still something to occupy your time, you accepted. It was then that the questions arose. Have the dragons really returned? Do they now seek revenge on those who killed so many of their kind? After days of traveling, you finally reached the town of Pulun. Late at night, upon arrival, you found the local inn. The innkeeper offered you a meal, drinks, and the nicest room, all in the house, because you're here to help them. The services in the room were excellent, and you slept very well. You now wake up prepared to help this region with its problem. Alright then. Time to see what we can do. Oh, hello. You meet a beanpole of a man standing well over 6 feet tall. He glances up from some silk that he's examining and smiles at you. Oh, hi. The name's Mike. Anything I can help you with? What brings you to Pulun? I'm a traveling merchant, although I kinda like it here, except for the dragon. If they find a way to get rid of the problem, I might just stick around. Oh, speaking of which, I could sell you some stuff, or perhaps buy any excess items you have. I can also identify things for 5 coins apiece. Well, nothing we need to take. He's got a lot of silk, he mentioned that, that's good. You know, we're set up. The only thing I do want to buy, I just want to mention this now. Problem with the, orange roses, neat. Problem with the, what's it called? High-level party maker is that, quite frankly, when you make your party, you can buy all sorts of stuff and all sorts of loot to outfit your characters, including lots of potions. There's only 5 energy potions and 2 energy elixirs, no matter how high your level, which is utterly ridiculous. Alright, let's move on. A big man sits in the chair here, smiling confidently at the game of chess that he's obviously winning. Hey, I'm Ramiro, but people here call me Rambo. What are you doing? Well, at the moment I'm waiting for Winton here to make his move, but I'm on my break. When I go back to work, I'll be fixing damage done in the valley. There's been a lot of that, thanks to the dragon. He looks back at the board, still unchanged. Don't strain yourself, Winton. The other man grunts in disapproval. This man is staring down at the chess game. He's losing. Badly. Go away, he grunts. You oblige. This teenager is wandering around the room, sweeping the floor. Sometimes he picks up a cloth and wipes down some tables. He frequently shoots dirty looks at the bartender, who simply smiles back at him. When he notices you, he stops. Oh, jeez, what do you want? What do you do? He looks down at the broom that he's been using and then looks back to you incredulously. Are you stupid? He shakes his head and continues sweeping, ignoring you. You recognize the bartender as the man who treated you to food and lodging. He is a tall, skinny, friendly-looking man with reddish hair. His skin is so pale that if you didn't know better, you'd think he was from Avernum. Hey there! Hope you slept well. Anything I can get for you? Can you tell me where I can find the mayor? Oh yeah, Mayor Key's in the building right next door to the east. But since you're here about the dragon problem, I'd suggest you see the town council. See, we run things a little differently around here. Mayor Key appointed 3 council members to deal with most things. Mayor Key's the ultimate authority, but the council members deal with most of the issues. They consult him about most of them, but they are the ones to see. What services do you offer? Well, our rooms are pretty full right now, but I made sure that the nicest one stays open for you. Only 20 coins. Beside that, there's food and drink. We don't sell alcohol because most of us prefer ice-cold milk. It's what makes bones strong. 10 coins a jug. I think I want to try that milk. Sure thing, Caballero. Freshly milked from our own baby. I'll need some food. So do we actually have... We do have milk. Shields user, turns user invulnerable, and gives temporary regeneration. Wow, milk really does do a body good. Sweetie pie? Huh. Well, we have some food. I guess we can do with a little more. That's another thing that's a problem with the high-level party maker. There's just no food. You can't buy any food. At all. Actually, you know what? Here, give the milk to Bonnie. Besides, Bonnie's a Nephil. Needs some milk. Tell me about the Inn of Bones. Ah, you must have noticed that it's not like most inns. Well, see, that's because it's more than just an inn. This is the place to be during the peace. We have big parties here all the time. Everyone in town is invited, and so are any guests. 3 of us are usually here. As you can see, I'm the bartender and owner here. Then there's Erin, we call her Chucks. She does the cooking. One wandering around over there is Navigator. He cleans and waits the tables. We're a pretty tight-knit community. I'm taken to giving nicknames to the people I see often. Right, Rambo? The man at the far table looks up from his chess game and gives you a thumbs up. Well, that's about it, anyway. Hope you like it here. Ah, that must be the chef. A slender woman stands by the counter cooking food. Hi there, she says, not looking up. Is that your cow outside? Yep, that's my baby. She's the one who supplies us with all our milk. She's very special. Can I get some food? Ask Kev about that, I just do the cooking. Hi, Chunks. She looks up from her work and smiles at you. Been talking to Kev, I see. Just curious, why are you called Chunks? It's a long story. Best we don't go into it. So this teenager... Hello, Navigator. What the... He hits you with the pole of his broom. Don't call me that! He glares at you for a moment before continuing his work. I lost 5 health! I like that. This place is nice. Can we speak with the guards? No, we cannot. Good to know. Alright, let's look around at the outside, as I do. I see the way out over there. Whoa. Okay, this must be the main way out. This is a tower. Jeez. This soldier looks like a very calm, kind, and peaceful man. However, you won't know as he is fast asleep and you don't have the heart to wake him. Okay, we'll leave him be. I like that little lake. Oh, there's someone in here. Shagoyan Memorial Park. This young teenager is walking leisurely through the park, looking up at the statue and the fountain frequently. He grants you a little attention when you approach him. Hey, I'm Chris. He glances at your weapons casually. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Nice statue, huh? He looks up at the statue again. Yep. Shouldn't you be inside? It's dangerous out here with a dragon around. He looks at you in the eye for what must be the first time. Looks like he's almost about to crack a smile. Do you really think that being inside would make any difference? He has a point. You enter a small memorial park. A statue of a large man holding a trumpet sits on top of a fountain in the middle of the pool. I like this. Small, sure, but I like it. Alright, let's start with this building here. The florist. Okay. Huh. A young woman is arranging some orange roses in a vase. She smiles at you when you come in, but she seems slightly melancholy. Hi, I'm Anna. Can I help you? Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I'm just worried about the dragon, that's all. I have friends that are off fighting it. I worry about them. Can I buy some flowers? We can buy orange roses if we want, but we don't need them. That's all for now, thanks. A horn and silk. Okay, then. What have we got here? This house hasn't been lived in for a while. There are cobwebs and dust covering everything. Okay, nothing in that house. Alright, what's this building here? City Council. We'll leave that for last, I guess. Brian and Jen. This woman is sitting at the table watching the soldier here gather equipment with a worried expression on her face. Her expression doesn't change when she turns her attention toward you. Hello, I'm Jennifer. Do you need something? What's wrong? She looks up cautiously at the soldier. My husband, Brian, is going off to help the militia fight the dragon and his horde. It's an honorable cause, but I'm still worried about it. Brian says that everything will be fine and tells me not to worry, but I can't help it. She peers up at him again, and he smiles at her reassuringly. This man is busily gathering traveling equipment. It would seem that he's one of the ones that's going out to help with the dragon problem. Noticing you doesn't slow him down at all, though he smiles cordially. Listen, I'd love to talk, but I have to leave soon. They might need me out there. You decide to stay out of the way. Well, here's their bedroom. They sleep in 2 separate beds? You'd think they were married or something, but I guess maybe they're not. Although if that's the case, then... Huh. Oh, they must have a kid. Here we are. Bianca's Orphanage. Orphanage here? This young woman looks exhausted. Nevertheless, she maintains a cheery disposition. She busies herself in the kitchen, cooking a pot of soup. I'm Bianca. Need something? What do you do here? I run the orphanage. The children have suffered a lot from the raids by the dragon and its hordes, especially from the farms. I provide them with a place to stay. Actually, it's not as bad as it could be. Most of the farmers escaped, then left the valley before the attacks hit their farms. There were just some unlucky ones. She pauses as she stirs the soup. Anyway, I keep a few of them here for a while until they can find somewhere else to go. Where are all the children? Oh, I only have 3 right now. The rest have found other people to live with. Relatives, mostly. The ones that are still here are Becky, Colleen, and Chris. Becky and Colleen are in their room. She motions toward the westernmost room. I don't know where Chris is. He's always wandering off somewhere when I'm not looking. Well, Chris is in the park. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. He's probably looking at that statue again. She cuts some vegetables and tosses them in the pot. What did you do before the attack started? I worked in a tavern near a farm. Things were good there, but then there was new management and everything went downhill. I left when I decided I didn't want to deal with it anymore. It's a good thing I got out when I did, too. The dragon appeared not long after I left. It was the first farm to get destroyed. Most who didn't get out before were killed. She stops to think about it and wipes a tear from her eye. That's unfortunate. Hey, we got some coins. Hey, nothing else in there. This looks like a boy's room. However, there's no one in it right now, so it's hard to tell for sure. Okay. There are 2 teenage girls in this room. One is sitting at the table by the window, and the other is simply mulling about. Okay. An attractive teenage girl is walking around the room aimlessly. She looks slightly amused by your desire to talk to her. I'm Colleen. Are you taking time out of your busy life to talk to me? What are you doing? Well, up till now I was wandering around my room being bored while Becky complains about not being able to draw very well. Right now, I'm wondering what help or advice you are looking for that would merit talking to a kid like me. Seems you have more important things to be doing right now, don't you? Well, I guess. She smiles at you, clearly quite entertained. You seem to have made her day more interesting, if nothing else. This teenage girl is drawing to pass the time. The picture she's drawing is of a fairy. It's very well done, and she's putting a lot of effort into drawing it. You watch her for a moment before she finally sets down her pen and looks up at you. Hi, I'm Becky. It's a very good drawing. She glances down at it when you mention it. Thanks. It's not great, but I guess it's alright. She notices something about it she doesn't like, then makes an adjustment. She seems anxious to get back to work. Now, take it easy, Becky. Every artist is their own harshest critic. That's what I've learned. Okay. What have we got up here? Ah, this must be the barracks. Commander Scott. Yep, here we have the barracks. Looks like there's only clothes in these. Yep, nothing but clothes. Ooh, a dervish. Commander Scott is a haughty-looking man with an impressive girth. He is currently reclining in his office. When you walk in, he glares at you. Go away! I have no use for adventurers. What an unpleasant person. You leave him to his arrogance. Alright, let's check the mayor. Mayor key. The only notable thing in this room is the man sitting at the desk. He's completely focused on the paper in front of him, writing on it as though it were about to escape. He pays no attention to you at all. The uptight-looking man is busy writing something. Looks like he's trying to dig a hole into the desk. He looks up at you when you approach. What is it? Is Mayor Key here? Yes. He motions you towards the door to the northeast. Mayor Key will see you. He then returns to his work. This room is lined with shelves of papers. Probably a lot of town and valley records, most likely nothing of interest to you. A friendly-looking man is working at the desk to your left. From here, it's hard to tell exactly what he's working on. Probably something very important, most likely about the dragon. What the? Medusa? Hold on a second. Pandora's box. Nothing. The rise and fall of Rome. Let me see this. It doesn't say anything. Medusa, Pandora's box, and the rise and fall of Rome. I can't even read them. Strange. Here sits a man dressed in nice yet casual clothing. He's balding and he has a mustache. He's currently hunched over a desk writing something. He looks up when you approach, then rises. Ah, hello. I'd heard that you had come. I'm Mayor Key. What can I do for you? What is it you do here? It looks like he's about to answer, then he pauses, as if not quite sure what to say. You know, I'm not really sure anymore. I am the mayor of Poland, but that means little, I'm afraid. You see, several years ago, it was suggested to me that I form a council to make my job easier. They would represent the people to me, and we would discuss the issues as a group. It did make my job easier, but most of the issues are so insignificant it made my job nearly non-existent. I thought for sure that this dragon business would bring my job back into necessity, but it hasn't so far. I've become more of a figurehead. I don't even have paperwork to do because I have Holmes to do it for me. So what do you do now? Now? He waves his hand at the stack of papers on his desk. Now I write music. It's been a passion for me all my life. Since I'm not really needed as mayor now, I have time for this. What's that you're working on now? What I'm working on is about what's happening right now with the dragon. It's going to be called In the Shadow of Dragons. Title drop. What have you written? Oh, nothing you've heard of, I'm sure. If you want to, you can feel free to poke through those bookshelves. It's all unorganized, but you might find some of my works there. Ah, so that's what the Rise and Fall of Rome, Pandora's Box, and Medusa are. Tell us about our mission. Ah, yes, your mission. He glances around and looks at you apologetically. Oh, well, I'm afraid I don't know exact details, but it should be fairly self-explanatory. You see, there's this dragon, and it's been burning crops and buildings. What this town needs is for you to solve the problem somehow. You should probably ask the town council about that, though. They're in the building to the south of this one. Yeah, I suppose. I'll give it a try. Let's go talk with the council, then. Oh, Brian ran out. This is the town council building. It's rather small considering the population, but the recent events of the valley have also flooded the town with migrants. There are 2 rows of seats on the floor in front of a large podium. On the podium sit the 3 council representatives. The center one is beckoning you forward. Councilwoman Lutzo, Jensen, and Kumaji. Let's talk with the one on the left first. Or just all three. The man in the center of the podium before you speaks immediately. Hello, I'm Councilman Jensen. This is Councilman Kumagi and Councilwoman Lutzo. He motions to the man at his left and the woman at his right as he says this. We're glad you've come. I trust you've heard everything already, but I will reiterate just to clarify. Recently, there have been attacks by a dragon and its army of lizards. The attacks were unprovoked and completely unexpected. I thought dragons were extinct. Isn't that what the Empire told us all? Councilwoman Luxo speaks now. That is what everyone thought. It turns out the Empire thought they knew a lot of things they didn't actually know. What exactly do you need? Councilman Kumagi replies to you now. It's simple. We want you to make the attacks stop. In little time, the lizards have decimated entire farmlands, but we've seen increases in their numbers. None have reached Poland yet, but they will before long. If you want, find out why the dragon has been attacking, but the reason isn't what's important. What matters is that it's happening and it needs to stop. So will you help? Okay, we'll see what we can do. Councilman Jensen smiles. Good, then here's what you should do. Seek out Captain Tarones. He is the officer in charge of the war camp. If anyone can give you information to help you, it will be him. The war camp is up north, just on the other side of the bridge. You'll have to look carefully because it'll be hard to find. Jensen looks at his colleagues and back at you. Thank you. We wish you good luck on your quest. Report back to us when you've completed it. This must be the room where the council holds confidential meetings. Doesn't look like it's been used very much. Alright, so there's our quest. Alright, let me just step in here so I can sell the few things I grabbed. Just gotta get around. Just a few small things. Actually, yeah, that was it. Alright. And now we can leave, and I am actually gonna go ahead and end this episode here. 25-minute episode. 25-minute episode, but it's fine. Next episode, we'll move on into Poolin Valley and look around, and I see something to the left. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.